Now we are going to make an experiment to test standard motor oil in this major feature, that is lower in friction and deterioration. Then we will try to improve the quality by additive. The following device imitates the process of your working engine. It consists of a rotating part and a dynamometer which a bearing is fixed in. Here we are taking off the first layer in order to make it clean. Add high quality synthetic motor oil as you usually do. Turn it on. Both friction surfaces are under oil. Pressing the dynamometer, we are imitating metal friction in your engine as well as in any kind of machine. First, you can see how the surfaces are grinding to each other. Even if you press on slightly, the temperature rises. There are some scratches appear and the whole engine gets jammed. Now let's see what came about to our bearing. Pressing the dynamometer for a short time with the control reading 3, you can see scratches and in the end the engine gets jammed. Electric engine resistance goes up to 5 ampere along the way. Wow! And the same thing happens in your car when you try to start the engine in cold weather, high turnover or high temperature outside. The engine is worn and requires overhaul. But let's see how the major oil feature can be improved, that is a friction and deterioration decrease. Add microceramics and imitate the working process in a worn engine. The additive is transported to the friction area. The particles invade on the surface, leaving ceramic layer on and minimize friction between surfaces. Part of the ceramic particles circulates in the oil, preventing the two friction surfaces to touch one another. That let us get a visible effect after microceramics has been added. This helps the engine work better, increases its efficiency, decreases carbon monoxide and fumes up to 30 or 40% against the standard, and lowers fuel consumption. Look, the amplitude is increasing to up to 10 or 12 points, and electric engine load stays the same, but the engine does not become jammed. This is amazing. The detail has been polished and never changed. That proves that the usage of microceramics helps prolong its resorts 2 times longer. I wonder how microceramics work in a new engine. Let's change the oil for fresh and add our product. The procedure itself is the same, but the amplitude is extreme. Still the engine is functioning brilliantly. The friction is about 0. What on earth happened to the surface? There's hardly ever wear on it. Let's compare the surface after working with regular oil and microceramics. The result is in hand. Now let us imitate an extreme situation and take off the grease from the friction area. Look, the load is extreme, the resistance is about 0, but the engine does not get jammed. This sounds fantastic, but the deterioration has not changed. Microceramics has done a fine job and protected the surface even in an extreme situation. You can tell the advantage of microceramics. It lowers the wear of the engine, leads to low noise and increases the horsepower and its efficiency. What's more, When being started, the engine is protected. If the weather is hot, it helps lower the engine temperature. The car becomes environmental friendly as the fumes are less poisonous.